Hi you guys, welcome. So today we're going to be talking about the United States Navy. So as you can see from the title, we gonna get into the true tea because like I said, recruiters lie. They just be lying. They just lie. I don't know why but they just lie. So today for Military Mondays, we're gonna talk about 5 misconceptions about the Navy. Let's jump right in. Number 1, the pay. Okay, let me go ahead and burst your bubble right now, baby. If you think you about to join the military and you about to, get money and pop bottles and let it go, that's not what you're here for. That's not what we're here for at all. A lot of misconceptions about the Navy is like you think, people in the military have money. Oh, you make money, when it's really not like that. For the military, let me break it down. For the military, whether it's Navy, Army, Coast Guard, Marine, whatever the hell else, Air Force, you're technically on duty 24 hours a day, which means that at any given time, they can call you back to work, basically. So like right now, if they call me and say, hey, we need you to come back to base, I have to come. You could be on leave. I could be stationed in San Diego and I could be somewhere in Paris. If they say bring your butt back, you gotta bring your butt back. So with that being said, the military also, you're not getting paid hourly. So if I work 24 hours a day, I'm gonna get paid the same as somebody who works 30 minutes of the day. It doesn't go by hour or anything. The military pays you by your rank, which is, obviously I ain't got none, so you can see. And how long you've been in the Navy. So it's kind of like coming into the military, your checks are gonna be about like 800-ish, around there, 7, 8, every 2 weeks coming in. And as you rank up, you get paid a little bit more, a little $100 more. It depends on what you're ranking up to. But like I said, you could be working all day, slaving all day. I mean, and you're in the military, you could be working all day. You're doing drills, you're firefighting, you're doing CPR, you got to do classes and training and all this for the same, you're getting the pay the same, for the same amount, which is it's kind of like you're not getting paid enough for your work, if that makes sense. So it's like you can work 16 hours a day, then go to training and do all this extra stuff, and no matter what, your check is still gonna reap what it is. That doesn't add anything to it. Let me put it this way. People who are working a minimum wage job, and minimum wage in California is $10 or $11. So if you are working a minimum wage job and you're working at least 5 days a week, you're making basically the same as an average sailor. You're making the same. The difference is a person who's working a minimum wage job works their 8 hours, gets paid for overtime if they go over or whatever, and they clock out and go home. Me, on the other hand, I don't clock out and I don't work 8-hour shifts. At minimum, you're at work for 10 hours. At minimum. There is no overtime. There is no holiday pay. There's none of that. You just work and work and work, and you never know when you're going home. So it's not like, with a normal job, it's like if I have work at 7 to 3, it's 7 to 3. Military life, you have work at 7, and you hope you're off at 4, but we'll see depending on how everybody feeling type thing. But no matter what, you're still gonna get paid whatever you get paid. So that's the kind of sucks. So it's you get paid, but it's not reflecting the work that you're doing or the hours that you're doing. So Number 2, traveling. I know recruiters always saying, you get to travel, and you traveling on the Navy's dime, and you seeing all these countries, and I've been here thanks to the Navy. Let me tell you how traveling with the military really works. So the only way you're going to travel is you're traveling, of course, on the Navy's behalf. So if the Navy stations me somewhere that I haven't been, that's traveling. But far as visiting different countries, you can get stationed in a different country, but it's not quite the experience as I would say as traveling. Like, I lived in Japan for a year, but it wasn't like traveling. It wasn't like snorkeling, jet skiing, scuba diving. It's not that. It's just you're just living in another country. Pretty much. It's nothing too much special. And then when it comes to, hitting different countries when you're on a ship and you're going to all these different ports, as they say, let me break that down. So deployments are typically 9 months. So let's say it takes you're underway for 30 days. And underway means that you are on the ship every day, all day, in the middle of the ocean, trying to get to your destination for 30 days. No stopping, nothing. Working, nothing. 30 days. And you finally get to, let's say, Australia. Traveling. You finally hit Australia. You're going to be there for maybe, let's say, a week. And that's like kind of a lot. So maybe a week. And you got to hope you don't got duty. Hope you ain't working, because you're still not off. It's not like, it's traveling like, yes, you hit the country, but if you're not off, you're not gonna really explore. You know what I'm saying? So the ship can go to a different place. Let's say they go to Guam. You hit a port, you hit the country, you're here. But if you're working, you're not gonna go and see and explore, and once you are off, you only have, let's say, a day or two to try to explore the whole country and get what you can from it. So you're traveling, but at the same time, it's like, it's a lot for you to just, be able to have, 2 days to enjoy in that country, because you got to go back to work. And the ship is, leaving port, and y'all got to go back out to sea. So you're traveling, but it's not like sightseeing. You got about a day or two to see what you want to see. And hey, you got to get back on that shit, bruh. Another thing, number 3, school. Everybody joined the military because, I want somebody to pay for my school, and my parents ain't got the money. Yes, the military does pay for your school. It pays for college or a trade school, vocational school. Yes, they do. But a lot of misconception is people think that as soon as you join, it's like, boom, I can start school. No. As soon as you join, first you have to pass boot camp. Then once you pass boot camp, you have to pass A school. Then once you pass A school, you have to be on your ship. And usually a ship has some like requirements before you can start school. Like you have to be on the ship for a year before you can start school. Or you have to, get all your quals before you can start school. And then let's say you meet the criteria. You've been on the ship for a year. You got all your quals. Then you have to like ask your chain of command. So it's not like you could just start school and just, okay, I'm ready to get my education. No. You have to like ask, route a shit up all the way up to the captain to see if he says yes. And you have to, do all these. You got to jump through hoops. So I just want people to know that it's not like you just join and you about to go to ITT Tech. No, you got to go through some hula hoops, jump ropes, and double dutches. Then you can start school. So starting school is not an immediate thing. Most people start school like maybe their 2nd year in the Navy, 3rd year, like, yeah. Number 4, another reason why people join the military is because of free medical and dental. Now, let's break it down like this. Y'all ever had something that's free, and because it's free, it ain't the best quality it can be? That's what the healthcare and the dental is. It's equivalent to like the clinic, the welfare office. It's equivalent to that. Like in the military, when something is wrong with you and you got to go to medical, you have to bug medical, like bug them to fix you. Like I remember one time I rolled my ankle, and obviously a bone wasn't broken, but it still hurt, like, which means I need you guys to give me an MRI to see if there's a ligament torn, a rib tear. So it hurt. I had to go to medical every single day to bug these people about my dang foot, like bothering every morning. Hey, my foot still hurts. And they give you like Tylenol. Here's some Tylenol. That's the Navy's favorite thing to give you is Tylenol. Like, you can literally go up to medical with your foot cut off, and they're gonna be like, here's some Tylenol, and here's a, a LLD shit, and go back to work. It's like, yeah, And then let's say like with a military job, if you're sick, in civilian world you can call your job and say, hey, I don't feel good, can't come into work. Not with the military. You have to go to medical, and if they deem something is wrong with you, then you can go home. 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna send you home, or say if you got a cold, it's not gonna go home. I know people who still have to work with strep throat, food poisoning, all kind of stuff. The Navy's not gonna, there ain't no bed rest. Here's some Tylenol and some ibuprofen, and you better make it shake, baby. All right. So medical is definitely, it's free. I'll always tell people that it's free. If you ever got anything for free, it's free. Number 5 is people who think that the Navy is just, I'm out here like I'm Rihanna from Battleship, like we're out here fighting the galactic warriors, fighting, I don't even know, the Loch Ness monster or colossal squids. I don't know what people think we're doing on this ship or in the Navy in general. 9 times out of 10, if you ask anybody what they're doing in the Navy, it's sweeping. Sweeping. It's not as combat as people think it is. It's not. I'm not holding AK-47s and shooting at people and rolling on the floor and just giving, just get on the ground. Hey! No. It's not giving that. It's most in every job in the Navy, like you're pretty much a janitor. So it's not it's not a combat job as people think. It's, you know, it can get combat, of course, it's still the military, but it's not as combat as you think. Like, for the most part, you're really sweeping, like sweeping every day. Every day. Every day. You're sweeping, doing sweepers. Like, that's basically what we do. No matter what rate you are, pretty much, you're a janitor. You're gonna clean, and you're gonna scrub, and you're gonna scrape. And that's just what you're doing. So, when people think, you know, what are you doing a ship, and what's going on, and, you know, all top secret, I don't know, aliens coming to get us and Kim Jong-un and all that, we're cleaning. We're cleaning. That's what we're doing on the ship. We're sweeping and mopping. That's what we're doing. So those are 5 things that most people have wrong about the Navy or have incorrect information about. So please be sure to like and subscribe, because every Monday I'm going to be doing a Military Mondays where we're just going to do topics on the Navy, tips, tricks, information, tea, all that. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, turn on that notification, because you're not going to want to miss it, because every Monday we dropping on the military, period.